loved?
Well, go out and love someone.
I do,
Have you told her?
No, you know me, I'm too shy. Here, I could cable her.
Oh, why not semaphore? Arthur, you've got to declare yourself openly. Otherwise, you'll stay right where you are.
Getting started, you're gonna need 1 yard of heavier weight fabric. I recommend canvas or twill, and also 1 yard of lining. 1 18-inch zipper, 2.5 yards of 1-inch webbing, 1 1-inch strap adjuster and buckle, 1 1-inch lobster clip and 3 1-inch D-rings. And lastly, you need your pattern, and this pattern is available at properfitclothing.com. Super easy to use, just download it, print it, and you're ready to go. And the links for all the supplies will be in the description, so definitely go check that out. Getting started, go ahead and trace and cut out your pattern. And out of your outer layer, make sure you cut 2 strap panels, 2 front buckle panels, and 4 of the bottom strap panels. And for the rest of the panels, make sure you cut out 1 outer layer and 1 lining. Cut 3 10-inch pieces of webbing and mark them evenly, and we're gonna place them on our front buckle panel. Space them out evenly on the bottom section and go ahead and pin those on. And what we're gonna do is sew on those markings to create little hooks to hang items.
Rather nice, then you have it. Oh no, really? I think you ought to give him a chance.
And you can totally go ahead and make more vertical stitches if you want to create more hooks.
Last thing I am looking for.
Grab your buckle and a 2.5-inch piece of webbing, feed it through the bottom of your buckle, and place it at the top of that front buckle panel. Make sure it's sticking over that top edge just a little bit and in the center of that top panel. Then go ahead and grab your other front buckle panel and place the right sides together. And what we're gonna do is just stitch that top section. And I like to start by just sewing the top and then the sides. And remember, don't sew the entire side, just the curves.
Look, please, if we're going to spend the rest of our lives together, you must learn not to interrupt.
The rest of our lives?
Yes,
You mean marriage?
of course.
You've got a nerve.
Then go ahead and clip those corners and flip the right sides out.
Function normally.
Do you realize what you've said?
I should
And once you have the right sides out, we're gonna go ahead and do a top stitch all the way along that edge.
drowsy fantasy moment of every lonely dawn. Well, come on. What's your answer?
You've taken my breath away.
Oh, it's just the sudden realization, you see, of the fact that I love you.
Next, grab your front inside panel, both lining and outer layer, and what we're gonna do is place it behind that panel that we just sewn together, line it up perfectly, and we're gonna attach both of these panels together by sewing on the outside edge. Just sew where the front buckle panel touches the front inside panel, and sew as close as you can to the outside edge.
Reach the wizard. Reach the wizard.
Grab your front top pocket panel and mark the centers on both top and bottom and also on your zipper. And you're going to place that zipper on the inside curve, lining up those center points. And I highly recommend pinning this on from the center towards the outside. And then go ahead and sew along that inside edge.
Reach the wizard. Reach the wizard.
And to really clean up that inside edge, we're gonna go ahead and add double folded bias tape. And we're gonna show a few different ways you can add this bias tape, whether it's with a binder or making it yourself or even buying it from the store. So we're gonna be using a double fold bias tape binder to clean up those edges. And you can definitely get these for domestic sewing machines too. We're gonna have links in the description. So go ahead and cut out long pieces of bias tape that are the right measurements to the width of your binder. The other option is to use a bias tape making kit, and this is where you pretty much just make your own bias tape. And it comes with a presser foot that helps you attach the bias tape to your garment. And it's pretty simple to use. All you have to do is cut a strip, feed it through, and iron it. And after that, it works the same as the bias tape. You just fold it over and sew it on, or you use that attachment. And if you are using a binder, all you have to do is feed it through all the way along that edge. And this is gonna add extra strength to that seam and also add for a professional look when you open the bag. But you can totally skip this step if you don't have access to any of the bias tape techniques we provided. Grab both of your made side panels and then grab your zipper panel, place the right sides together, sandwiching that zipper panel in between the lining and the outside layer. And make sure that bias tape is pointing towards the outside of the panel. And once you have it all lined up, go ahead and pin it together.
Like the Lord spoke that through me then.
And you're gonna wanna sew that shorter edge over the zipper.
Get up right now.
Once you have that sewn on, you can go ahead and snip the zipper end off. Flip the side panels down and go ahead and add a top stitch along that seam. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing to the other side. Just go ahead and invert those side panels and pin it on. Before we start sewing, make sure that zipper train is moved towards the inside of that panel.
I like that, don't you?
And once you have it all pinned together, go ahead and sew along that edge. Go ahead and trim that zipper, flip the right sides out, and top stitch along that edge.
Get up right now.
Now grab the front panel that you just put together, mark the centers on top and bottom, and also do the same for that side panel. And what you're gonna do is line up those markings on the inside and pin all the way around. And make sure you're just pinning the inside front panel along that zipper.
This is what you do. Something more than it was. Amen.
And the biggest key is to make sure you keep that front buckle panel flat where it meets up on the side.
Christopher Robin, what exactly is doing nothing?
Well, I'm told it means going along, listening to all the things you can't hear, and not bothering.
And then go ahead and sew along that entire outside edge. This part can be a little bit tricky, so definitely just take your time.
I'm with you. And all when I'm with you, I'm with you.
And at this point, you can trim all that webbing that sticks over the edge. Go ahead and flip the right sides out and make sure everything looks nice and neat.
Listening to all the things you can't hear.
Grab your bottom strap panels and just take 2 of them. Make sure you have them marked where to place the webbing. Cut 2 3.5-inch pieces of webbing. Feed the webbing through the D-ring and line it up with the marking on the side of the panel. And what you do is sandwich it in between those 2 panels. And sew just that outside edge. Once you have it sewn, go ahead and flip it right side out. And once you have it flipped right side out, we're gonna go ahead and add a top stitch along that edge.
I'm with you, I'm with you.
And then go ahead and repeat this process for the other 2 panels. Grab your 2 strap panels and a piece of 1/4 inch foam, place it in between those strap panels and make sure your foam is just a little bit smaller than those strap panels. And you're gonna add bias tape all the way along that outside edge. And this is just one option for the strap panel. The other way is to place the right sides together and sew all the way along the outside edge and then flip the right side back out. And doing it this way, you add the foam in after as an insert. And go ahead and do whatever way works best for you. Once you have your strap complete, go ahead and grab your strap adjuster and slide a 7-inch piece of webbing through the back portion of it, and then fold over the back ends in towards each other. And we're gonna place that at the front of the strap about 1 inch from the curve. And once you have that into position, go ahead and stitch back and forth in the middle and the outside edge. Mark 4 inches down from the top of the strap and grab an 8-inch piece of webbing and feed your D-ring through. And you just want to, at the top of that webbing, fold it over and place it right on that 4-inch mark. Then stitch back and forth on that 4-inch mark, securing the webbing down to the strap. Grab the other side of your buckle and feed that webbing through. And we're gonna hem that edge, so go ahead and roll it over, and you can roll it over once or twice. Grab the back main panel, both the outer layer and the lining, and we're gonna place that strap in the center, hanging over the top edge just a little bit. And we're gonna do the same thing with the bottom strap. Place them just above that bottom curve. And we're gonna stitch those on as close as we can to the outside edge. And again, with the centers marked on top and bottom, we're gonna place these right sides together, lining up those centers and pin all the way around the outside edge. And again, sew all the way around that outside edge. And once you have it sewn together, you're gonna wanna add bias tape along these inside edges all the way around. This is gonna add extra strength and quality to that inside seam. And go ahead and flip the right side out. Make sure all the layers are sewn together and everything is looking good and even. Grab the remainder of your webbing and your lobster clip, feed the webbing through that lobster clip, and fold it over twice and hem it at the bottom. And on the opposite side of that webbing, go ahead and feed it through your strap adjuster. And then once it's through, go ahead and hem that edge so it doesn't slide back through that adjuster. Now we're gonna go ahead and add zipper pulls, and you can either use parachute cord or regular zipper pulls that you buy online. And we're gonna go ahead and use the ones that you buy online. They're super easy to use. All you have to do is feed them through your zipper and pull them back through and tighten them. And there you have it, your sling bag is complete. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. We're gonna keep the videos coming at you, so we'll see you next time.
Bye.